My gosh. Okay. Hey, it's me, Lauren, and this is obviously my December live stream, as the title says, but it's also my just end of year recap live stream. I'll just do that a bit at the end. I did do a whole video already about my goals and how that went. So you can watch that whenever you wish. If you're watching this live, hello, and feel free to comment in the chat if you want to. If you're watching it on the replay, then feel free to comment in the comments and I will do my best to get back to you as I do try to do. I really thought for some reason that I was going to do this in December, like on the 30th, but then I didn't. And then I was away. Well, not away, but I was celebrating New Year's Eve. So didn't do it yesterday, but here we are, January 1st. I feel like that's still pretty good. I think we hope anyways. And yeah, I have my new haircut if you haven't seen it yet in my short. It's kind of the same color, a little more like reddish brown, like refresh at the top. The middle part or the bottom might look kind of similar. And of course, it's a few inches shorter because the ends were not good. Okay, let's just say that the ends were not good. And yeah, I am not using my new mic because I didn't remember to try to test setting it up with my computer, but I will try to use it in the future for live streams. She's so cute, right? Christmas present. Yay. And enough babbling from me. Let's get into December. Quick side note, because I did the whole video about my goals and everything, I'm not going to go through them here in full, but I did, I think, get 7 of them, 7 of the 10 I accomplished. I think it was 7. It was either 6 or 7. So I'm feeling pretty good about that. I feel like the year was overall a good year personally, and I'll get to more of that later. But now to the monthly recap. I feel like December went by so quickly. I don't know if it's because I was doing a lot of holiday stuff or what. And obviously, I guess there was a week where I was away in Wisconsin. And why is my okay? I was like, my Google Photos is not cooperating. This is not good. But it just feels like the month went by so fast. And I'm like, how does it over? How's December over? I love the holiday season. And it's just so positive, feels like. And I gotta carry that energy now through the year and also do great things. I mean, we should all do good things, try to do great things all the time. But yeah, yes, we love Wisconsin. Exactly, exactly. I might be lactose intolerant, but I do love me the dairy state, okay? Just in small doses. I started off really strong with going to my first ever Film at Lincoln Center member mingle and jingle event because I just officially became a member of the Film at Lincoln Center after the film festival. The pass that I got included that ticket. So that was fun. It was a little slightly intense, I would say, only because obviously everyone there, I'd say 2/3 of everyone there, because you could also bring a guest, were super movie people. And even though I feel like I'm a movie person, right? There were some movies I'd never heard of that people were talking about. So, we live and we learn. But it was still fun to go. And I was like, yes, this is the community I want to be part of, right? The film lovers. And then it was, this was not important, but I'm just looking at my 2025 Apple Music replay, and I put this on Threads, I think, but why did it come out December 3rd? That's a whole month that is not being counted in my replay. I feel, or the statistics anyways that I got to share. I feel like that was a dumb move. Although it annoyed me, the story graph recap, it came out today, January 1st. And so it's actually all encompassing the full year. Why are these year-end things kind of cutting December out? December is part of the year, okay? I feel bad. It feels like December is not getting the love it deserves, and then my data is not accurate in my little endem graphics. Is this important to anyone other than me? Probably not. But it just irked me. Then it was time to start decorating for the holidays. And one of the things I really love is my mom has a ton of those the nostalgic houses. So I put them on these shelves this year. In the past, they used to go on one long on the cabinets, but now that's where my mom's big nativity set goes. And there's just so many houses. So if you notice, I have houses on the top here, and then the middle, and then there's new businesses, and then the next row is, like, classic businesses and then more new businesses to try to have, like, different sections of town, like the residential area, the newer branches, and, like, Old Main Street. That was my, my goal anyways with that. Then it was my New Year's, my New York Christmas touristy things, and I did a couple shorts about that. There's audio here. The crazy thing that I was not prepared for was this double-decker carousel that was right by the Macy's Herald Square, and that was really fun to do because everything else that we did, the classics, Bryant Park, Rockefeller Center, see the tree, we went to St. Patrick's Cathedral, but I was not prepared for, like, the double-decker carousel, so that was really fun to do, and I just, have some whimsy. I don't generally feel like I have a problem being whimsical, admittedly, but it just, like, there was extra magic in the air, I feel, which was just really nice, and I almost bought, like, one of those special Inca stuffed animals at the Bryant Park Village, but I restrained myself, and I'm really glad that I did that because it was a little pricey for what it was. And although the whole weekend was really good, I found out, like, the next week that I was let go from my job due to budget cuts, which was less good, less whimsical for sure. Um, I still have not gotten another job yet, but it's kind of, like, not a great time of year to be, like, applying for jobs end of the year. I did start applying to some jobs, but I wasn't, like, really overly grinding because I was like, "I might as well try to enjoy the festive holiday season," and now, of course, it's the new year again, so back to the job grind. So we're just gonna jump over that part, okay? Because then there's nothing else to be said about that. I'm just happy that I was still able to have, like, a fun, whimsical holiday festive weekend with my friends before I was, like, then down in the dumps, because then I had some time to, like, bounce back before the next stuff. Oh, I forgot to mention, I also got to go to the museum at Eldridge Street, which is an old, like, Eastern Jewish European temple. Really, really beautiful. I had never been before. I'd never even heard of it until, this past December, but it's really incredible building. For the same price of admission, which I think was $15, you could get you could do a self tour, you could just sit there, or you could get a tour, like a guided tour. The guided tour I thought was really good. My tour guide was name was Rachel, so if you go there and you have Rachel, maybe the same person I had. I thought it was a great tour. Highly recommend, highly recommend. It's near Chinatown for, like it's for just, like, general context, geography of the city. Then more decorating. Oh, also walking the dog in the cold. I took this picture. I think it was I'm not sure if I took this picture. I must have been after because I look like I've been defeated. I assume this was after. This is a headlamp on the beanie. Um, I love being back home. I love being back with the dog. I don't necessarily love the walking of the dog in extreme weather, but it must be done. He needs to be walked. And, I try to pull my weight in that sense with the parents walking the dog. But yeah, it was cold. And he just doesn't seem to mind. Like, every now and then, we make him put on, like, a sweater or something for, like, festive, but he doesn't have a regular coat because he has an undercoat. And right now he has, like, a very plushy coat in general. His winter coat is extra soft. I would feel better if I was all bundled, if he was bundled too, but the dog just, resists the bundling, I guess. I was excited to go to the B&H Creator Winter, like, holiday party because it's fun to go to any kind of creator event, honestly. And yes, hey, thanks for tuning in or stopping by. It's fun to go to creator events, whether they're like a big or small event, because sometimes it can just feel like so like isolating or just like, oh, who around here like makes any content in any capacity? Or the B&H also was like just a lot of photographers. And though I don't talk too much about photography, I talk more about like movies and film if I'm talking about something I'm like passionate about in that kind of space. I do also love photography, and I don't know, sometimes I maybe it'll become a new hyper fixation hobby that I kind of go in phases of what I'm, like, really into at the time, because there's just so many creative outlets out there, and I just don't have time to do all of them all the time. But the B&H event just felt really fun, and I will say, though, the desserts weren't great, although they looked really cute. They were okay, but they were not great. But, it was about the moment. Is this taken for the gram or whatever. Do it for the gram. And there was this guy, like Mr. New York Subway, who was doing, like, fancy photos, on this, like, a little set, so that was really cute. I felt very cute. I wore my Polaroid sweater to be, like, on theme with the photo vibe. I'm looking more Christmas decorating. I went to the holiday lights at the zoo near me. It was so cold. It was so, so cold. It was really cute though, like, the lights were adorable. I was for some reason expecting, like, more animals to be either, like, available inside to see or outside with heaters, maybe. There weren't as many animals as I, like, was expecting, like, even the penguin house, which is inside, like, that was closed. So that was sort of dead. I mean, it's like a free event to go to, like, Lights at the Zoo. The train was still there, and that was good. And the lights were still really cute and fun. I did do a short about it, but the only animal, I mean, there were some birds outside with the heat lamps, but the only animal that made me, like, really cackle were the snow leopards. It's kind of hard to see in this picture, like, details, but it was freezing cold, right? And, like, all the animals that were outside were mostly, like, parked right in front of their heat lamps, not the snow leopard. The snow leopard was like, "This is my temperature. I love this temperature. This is what I'm here for." Meanwhile, like, this is bad lighting here, but my face is, like, frozen. Like, I'm not sure if it looks the light is it's hard to, I guess, convey from the video through this camera, but, like, I was so cold, and yet, obviously the snow were like, this is their vibe, right? That's the reason they're called snow leopards, but it was just really interesting to see in action while I'm, like, icicle person, and the snow leopard's just like, "This is it." Let's see. Oh yeah, then we celebrated Hanukkah with my family, which was really nice. And I don't really have any like pictures from the event, but it was nice to celebrate. We actually celebrated technically the day before Hanukkah started because of try to like when that worked out for the rest of the family. But it doesn't matter. Okay. Like we still celebrated. It was still a beautiful experience. And when you're trying to navigate schedules or coordinate schedules between a bunch of different people who all live in different places, like I'm just happy we made it work, honestly. And then it was the first real snowfall, and it was so cute. Here's Cal in the snow. He's so cute in the snow. I mean, he's cute all the time, but especially I feel like in the snow, frolicking is very nice. Um, it was also my Christmas carol sing day, which if you are interested in watching or listening to some religiously Christmas music. I did share the link in on the on my like community page on YouTube. I did reshare the link to that, which they posted. The church posted. I'm in my church's choir, and we do like a Christmas carol sing, which was really fun. I was in this choir when I was a kid, and then in high school, but then I went to college, and then I moved across the country. So it's been really nice rejoining that choir. I've talked about it a bit before. It's a nice way to like kind of give back to the parish, the community, and it's just really nice to sing again in a group setting because otherwise I'm just kind of like maybe singing a little by myself or like in the car, you know what I mean? Nothing I'm not otherwise like in a professional choir or anything. So that's been really nice. And another thing to just keep you in the keep me in the festive spirit in that sense. And I had some friends and family come to the concert to support, which is also really nice. And there was a living nativity afterwards, so I got to pet a sheep, which was fabulous because sheep are my favorite animal. You can literally see sheepy over there. Let's see. Yeah, no, that's sheepy. And right here I have Kiwi, my sheep from New Zealand. Isn't he so cute? Yeah. Okay. Anytime I can talk about sheep, I will be talking about sheep. I was also then thrilled because I went to the Financial Diet Just Getting Good holiday party. I love the Financial Diet. As I have spoken about before, potentially. I think so. And I finally got to meet the Chelsea Fagan, which was crazy. I mean, by finally, it was just because I was supposed to go to a book signing event, but then it had gotten canceled for, unknown reasons. So that's why it's finally. It's not like I've been waiting for years and years to meet her. I just had been thinking I was going to meet her in the fall, but then it was canceled because of whatever. But literally, life goals. So excited. I was so happy. I also really liked the podcast episode. It was like a live taping of the podcast, and there was like a little reception. I'm not, like, obviously the Just Getting Good podcast, or maybe not obviously. It's about the Financial Diet, Chelsea Fagan, like, interviewing women who are 50 and older about, their life, maybe how if they would do something differently, if they would, they liked what they did, about, like, life, relationships, money, etcetera. And it's just really nice to hear, like, all these different women with different life journeys and stories because I feel like there can be such pressure that your life has to go a certain way as anybody, but, like, for me, I feel like as a woman, like, these things have to be accomplished, you have to look a certain way, etcetera, like, over time, bing, 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 you have these parameters. So it's really nice to hear all these different women be like, "No, actually, like, I did this and it's been fine," or, like, "This is what I would do differently," and but, like, you can still, follow your own path. Um, we'll see how much I can, like, continue that energy and memory of, like, "Oh my god, I'm doing the wrong thing," panicking, or to not do that, but I hope that I can, like, stick with that memory because I'm in my mid-20s now, which is crazy, and sometimes it feels like life is over. I mean, not really, but, like, it feels like, "Oh my god, like, what have I accomplished?" So it's nice to be like, well, actually, life is not over. There's so much more time left to do things. Not in the sense that I should do nothing now, but, like, in the sense that it's okay that things aren't necessarily all, like, figured out, and my life is not, like, one smooth, I don't know, tinfoil. Like, it's okay that there's some little crumples there because it's gonna be a unique journey by the end. I also got a swag bag, which was fun from the event. I love getting merch. Like, who doesn't like getting merch? Also, please enjoy this photo I took of the dog in bed. I put a he was crumpled, like, curled up, and I put a blanket on top of him, and he was like, "Why have you done this to me?" But he's just such a cutie, like, I can't help it, okay? I can't help it. Also, major shout out to my twin sister. She made me a crochet blanket, and it is huge. It currently is on my twin size bed that I'm sleeping on, but, one day I'll have a bigger bed again, and she's so talented. I'm not sure if she's still in this stream. She was here earlier, but she's literally so talented, and it's so warm and cozy. It's fabulous. Yeah, got to get yay! She's still here. Yeah, literally so talented. It's so cozy too. Um, it's like, who needs to buy a weighted blanket when you have this? Especially because my bed is too small for it, so it's, like, folded over. So it's really nice. Last night I was away for the New Year's Eve, so I'm quite excited to be back under my weighted crochet blanket. Um, one more flex about her. She said it took about, like, 360 hours to do, so that's a real labor of love right there. I would love to get Cal on the live also, but, he's currently on a walk. Although the door may have just opened, so he might be back home, but he was on his nighttime walk. One day I will try to get him on a live. He just doesn't always cooperate, when my mom is home because and by that I mean cooperate for me, because he wants to hang out by his favorite person, who is my mom. I'm, like, up there, I'm in the family, right? Like, he loves me, but if mom's home, he's sticking to her 99% of the time, unless she's vacuuming. Yeah, so that was very exciting, and yeah, the dog, of course, and the blanket. Just really exciting, especially because I've been seeing her working on it for a while, so it's just really cool that it's done, and the room is really messy, okay, but you can see it on the bed in a heap. But there it is, like, real evidence, it's right there, okay? Um, heap or not, it's fabulous. Then we went to Wisconsin. We drive, the family drives, and it's a long day. It is, but it's kinda fun. It is what it is. And then we can bring the dog. We did some cookie decorating, and I was pretty proud of my cookies. But everyone's just really talented. Like, my these were all cookies that I did with, like it's like the royal icing cookie technique. There was one more I did, but my dad had already eaten it at this time. He did ask for permission sort of to eat it, and then I said, "Yeah," and then later I was like, "Oh, no, I didn't get a full spread of all the cookies." But, like, my cousin, she's, like, crazy good at the cookies. Actually, so is my other cousin, but we all had a fun time regardless of how officially fancy the cookies looked, and they all tasted really good, and that's potentially even more important, other than the fun, of course, of making the cookies, is eating the cookies. We also went to Culver's, and the same day that I had cookies, I also had Culver's, and Culver's is custard, frozen custard. My cousin who worked there when I called it ice cream, corrected me about that. Yeah, frozen custard, and it's really good, and I literally only get Culver's in Wisconsin because it's not in New Jersey, so it must be done right. I don't care how cold it is. We are eating ice we are eating frozen custard. Um, yeah, it's just like, "Oh, Cal is definitely back." I hear the barking. I'm not sure if you guys hear it also. I got my hair done by my aunt who is fabulous. I literally, like, do not trust anyone else with my hair at this point. Oh my gosh, sorry. Look at Cal and his Christmas bone. Ignore that he looks like the wrinkly how his butt like, he had a huge bone for Christmas, because he deserves it. He's the best boy, obviously, and we also put him in his Christmas bow tie for Christmas because he's such a handsome, handsome mans. And yeah, it was lovely. Christmas Eve was really nice. We had like the family was over at my grandpa's house, and one of my cousins, he and his wife, they have 4 little kids now, and it's been a while. I mean, I've seen the little kids before, but like it's been a while. I feel like since there was a Christmas at my grandpa's house with like all the little kids, because I feel like usually they've gone to the other side of the family for Christmas. So it was really cute to see all the little children, and, like, he has 2 twins, and they were actually wearing, like, Christmas dresses that me and my twin had worn when we were really little, and it just was like, "Oh my gosh." It was adorable. I also got to hold the baby. It was fun. It was just really fun. But maybe even more fun was my dog playing with his other new toy that he got that he stretched way out, because that's what he does. We didn't know it was gonna stretch. I thought it was like a ball chug a toy, but anyways, this is actually the Cal highlight special, and I don't mind. I have no complaints about it. And then it was Christmas. We went to my sister's for Christmas, because we're kicked out of my grandpa's on Christmas Day for a step whatever. It's fine. My sister Rachel very kindly hosts us. So we still got to watch the Disney Christmas parade there, and then we had ham, and my dad made popovers. It was very tasty, and it was cold, so we didn't do anything really outside on Christmas. Sometimes we do. One year we went outside for a walk, and it was literally, like, the worst decision ever. It was so cold, so we were just like, "We're not doing that again." Lesson learned. And then all of a sudden, it was, like, the last full day in Wisconsin because we're only there for a week. So we went to the Museum of Wisconsin Art, which is in West Bend, which is near where my grandpa is, and they had a whole Frank Lloyd Wright chair exhibit. Like, it was really all about, like, the chairs. And this was very funny. I don't design chairs to be comfortable to people. I design chairs to dignify man. And I do think that quote is iconic, but also I just don't really think this chair is dignifying man. Like I like the chair. I think it's interesting. But maybe I'm just biased and I feel like thrones are dignifying. Like I just don't think like a chair, like it could be interesting and unique. I just don't know if that's like the dignifying man chair. But besides the point. Then it was driving back to New Jersey, and there was a bit of stress because if you don't know, there was sort of like a weather storm chaos. So there was some snow, but luckily that was really Friday night into Saturday versus Saturday into Sunday because we were driving on Saturday. So we made it home, no problem. My sister's boyfriend plowed our driveway for us. Shout out to him. And then I had no time to breathe because then I was off to Philadelphia. Literally the next morning, I had a Amtrak train that was at like 8:40 a.m. because my best friend's birthday was that weekend, the next day. So went to Philadelphia, which was a little hectic. I was like kind of tired, but it was fine because we went to a spa for her birthday. I'd never been to a Russian spa before. It was very cool. I felt very rejuvenated. I got to go in, like, the cold room. I thought I was gonna hate the cold room because I don't like being cold, but somehow after being in the hot tub and you go in, like, this cold room and you have, like, your robe on and stuff as well, it was very soothing. So it was really nice. Very nice time. We had hot pot, and the last time I had hot pot, it was at a friend's house, and it was a vegan hot pot. This was at, like, an official restaurant, and it was a meat hot pot, and I feel like I got my money's worth with Wagyu beef. Like, I was like, "This is all you can eat. I'm getting the good stuff, okay?" And yeah, that's kind of it. On New Year's Eve, I was in New York City, not watching the ball drop. I mean, we did watch the ball drop, but not in Times Square. I was at my friend's apartment, and yeah, we got some pizza, and we picked up some pizza, had some sparkling cider, made brownies, and it was really chill time. At like 8:30, I did not know if we were gonna make it to midnight. I suddenly was like, "Oh my god, I'm really tired." But somehow we pulled through. Somehow we pulled through, and now it's 2026. Um, I just can't believe time flew really, really fast, it feels like. I feel like, I had to I put this in my scrapbook, a sticker of, like, my top 3 things from the year, so I will tell that as well. New Zealand, I mean, not really in order, this is kind of in order chronologically. I mean, but also potentially it's hard to explain, they're all kind of different. Like, one of the top 3 things was my New Zealand trip with my twin for, like, The Lord of the Rings, but also New Zealand for some of the other stuff. I mean, it was just, like, the trip of a lifetime. It was amazing. I want to go back to New Zealand. Like, I'm like, "Wow, that was great." It's hard to believe that, like, a year ago, we were just about to go to New Zealand because we went last January. So that was, like, one of the top 3 things. Then the second, thing was moving back to New Jersey because I had been, like, homesick and had wanted to move back after being in California, and I'm so happy that I moved back. I do miss my LA friends dearly, and I miss a few places in LA too, obviously, like, I had like, community there, but I'm so happy to be back on the East Coast. So that was a big thing. And then the third thing would be finishing my animated project, Colors of the Soul, which I finished over the summer, and then it had its world premiere in New York City at the New York Shorts International Film Festival. It played at another film festival, Sunnyside Shorts, and I can't say anything yet, but potentially some other news to come about that project. So that was just, like, really amazing for me on, like, a more it was still professional level, right? It's like a film project, but it was like a personal professional project versus, like, I also got to see The Wizard of Oz at Sphere, which is a project I worked on when I worked for Sphere in LA, but it's, like, different when it's a project, like, from my own heart and from my own mind. I feel like that fully came to fruition. So it just feels like it was a really big year for me, Lauren, um, and I am really grateful for that side. Obviously, it was not a great year, maybe around the world. Obviously, the war in Ukraine is still happening. Palestine is still being occupied, there's still a genocide going on. So I am cognizant that I'm very lucky and very privileged in the year that I was able to have compared to the lives that other people having around the world and in America under the current administration. Um, I do want to say though that, like, we should, I don't think we should have, like, ignorant hope, but, like, Zoran Mondani is the new mayor of New York City. I do think, like, there is a chance for change and better to come if we, act together, unify, fight for a better future, if we're not passive about it. As I've said, I think in my last video, I recommend looking into the Working Families Party. I'm a dues paying member of the Working Families Party. They are not sponsoring me for this video, but I'm gonna advocate for them anyways. That's the party Zoran Mondani is a member of, if you were curious. Um, See how you can get involved, even, like, on a small scale, like, even in, like, your state levels, like, that can have huge repercussions on, like, a federal and broader scale. So, I know it's a really scary time out there, but, I do think it's hard not to just get, like, feeling really defeated when I think about, like, the world beyond myself. But I think we have to try. We have to try, and I'm really hoping that, like, my year that, like, kind of made me feel more fulfilled personally, I want to, like, bring that energy beyond me. I feel like my cup is sort of full, right? So I'm feeling I can pour out of this cup at this point. Like, I'm ready to get out there and, make the world a better place in however I can, in whatever I can. And I hope your 2025, I hope it was good, and if it wasn't good, I hope you are at peace now that that year is over and you have a fresh start in 2026, as we all do, to do something with the year, whether it's for you, for your community, for your loved ones. The world's our oyster, okay? 2026 is our oyster. What a profound way to end the video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys really soon with a hopefully really exciting video that I'm writing. Hopefully it's exciting to you when it comes out. And I will see you also in shorts more frequently now that my kind of little break is done. Yeah, if you like the video, give it a thumbs up, comment down below if you have any goals for the new year, anything you want to do on a personal, professional, community level. And yeah, I'll see you next time. Bye.